What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Hitting the Bars. It's your girl, savannahwrightvideos, besides KOC. How's it going?
It's going good.
Yeah.
Surviving, thriving. Got a little hot cocoa beside me. We got some water. What more can you need? Life is simple.
One thing about Keltie, she's going to have the drinks on hand.
Always. I love a fancy dopamine hit. It's, it's how you manage in this dopamine stimulated. Have you seen the dopamine menu?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so that I was like, that's one of mine. It's just like, it's called like a side. It's something you can do while you're doing other things. A little fun drink. It can be a little kombucha. It can be a pop. It can be coffee. And it can be just water. No, I'll take it in all forms. Come at 9 p.m. on a Friday, it's a beer. But it's always a little something.
A little something. I mean, it's good you're not always reaching for the beer, right? Like, at least you're doing the Olipop. You're doing the Cove. That there's this soda that she has that's Canadian that's delicious. And it was grape flavored. But then I twisted it and it said raisins. And I was like, raisins, Keltie? And she's like, oh, it's in French.
That's always a funny thing. The Canadians will get this because we've grown up just knowing everything has to have the French version on it. So all of our labels have the English and then the French. And that's our normal. So when I go to America and you just see a Diet Coke and it just says Diet Coke, I'm like, it looks like a Simpsons cartoon for me because it's so simple. It lacks so much of the extra writing. So for me, I'm like, everything to me looks like a Fisher type price toy. When I see America, I'm like, oh, this is fake. Because
which is funny because that's usually how it is. It's just one language.
Yeah, Canada's the weird one. I'm not saying, but it's just funny because that's my normal. And then I see yours. I'm like, oh, that's how it's supposed to look. But all of our stuff is too, which no offense to the Quebecers. We love you. But it's just weird. I'm like, oh yeah, we're the weird ones.
Yeah, that is really strange. Well, today's topic was Black Friday essentials. And I thought, let's get into our hot takes. My hot takes are about Black Friday. It looks like yours is too. Perfect. Okay, my first hot take is Black Friday is just not as exciting as it was in the early 2000s. I used to, as a teenager, that had $0. I'd actually probably get $10 from my mother. It's enough to go buy a Starbucks latte, right? And I'd go and I'd wait in those crazy lines for Target, all to buy nothing. I just wanted to watch the mayhem. And I just feel like you couldn't pay me to do that anymore with Black Friday. But back when you're a teenager, you don't mind getting up at 3 a.m. You think it's fun. You think the rush is cool. But as an adult, I'm just like, this is terrifying.
Yeah, no, I feel that. But not quite, because actually, I'll save it to the end of the episode. But my hot take is not to make fun of people that Black Friday shop for Christmas. Do you know what I mean? I used to be one of those people that I'd be like, who's on it? You're just a month ahead of time being so on it. And you make fun of those people. And you're like, oh my God, you're so organized and all this. And then one day you're like, that is next level smartness. They're laughing that they get everything they wanted to get for their loved ones. They plan it out and save half the money.
Yeah.
So now I try to have a plan months in advance of Black Friday shopping. And I'm like, those people are winning. If your friend is like, oh, Black Friday shop, don't be that person. Don't be like, oh, I could never be that organized. Stop with the backhanded compliments. We've all, you know what I mean? Those ones, no backhanded. I said it backhanded. There's so back, but whoa, back. There's so much.
You're getting crazy.
I just kicked the camera. Oh my God.
I think, I don't know if I've ever made fun of anybody shopping ahead of time. You have?
Do you know people this the backhanded compliment? You know what I mean? The oh, I can never be that. It's patronizing, those kind of topics. I feel especially around the holidays. Oh, I can never be that organized. I'm too busy. You know what I mean? Those backhanded compliments. You hear people say where it's it makes people feel bad about being organized. It's oh, you're too nitpicky and anxious, you know what I mean? They make it, it's oh, you're too organized and lame.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That I'm don't be it. Those people are ahead of it.
Yeah. Have you seen those TikToks of the worst kind of person? And it's a girl that's oh my God, you had time to do a full face of makeup every day.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. Those kind of, it's the pick me, the worst of the pick me's kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Well, my second one is Cyber Monday is better. I prefer Cyber Monday, but also I don't necessarily live somewhere that even has a big mall. So maybe, I loved Black Friday physically when I was younger, but we didn't really have Cyber Monday. Where now I'm all about the Amazon deals. I'm all about ordering it online. Yeah. What do you think?
I feel it doesn't even exist anymore. I feel
Cyber
Black
Monday?
Friday, no, just here, Black Friday starts a week ahead of time now. Yeah. All the ads. And then Black Friday online is now Black Friday. And then it's just kind of whatever's left over on Cyber Monday. And sometimes you hold out till Cyber Monday. It's the same deal. They introduce it's just when are things not on sale anymore? There's my hot
Yeah.
take. I have a new hot take. Things, what is that all inflation is? That everything's on sale and they jack it up? Like, I feel like it goes from, Prime Day in October to early Black Friday shopping to Cyber Monday to early Christmas to Boxing Day to 2024, where like everything is always on sale. Like, if you buy anything full price nowadays, you're crazy because in 2 weeks it'll be off sale. But how are these companies? They're complaining about margins, but put everything randomly 30% off.
Yeah.
So it's inflation just to trick us so they can put things on sale, but on sale items are just actually regular price.
Abercrombie used to do that.
I could see that.
They always, well, I worked there. They always had a sale, and they would just change out what the sale was. So 15% to 30%. I mean, the price didn't change necessarily, like the starting price, but it was always a different sale every single day. It's like how they would get people in. But I was a Black Friday mall rat where I worked at Abercrombie every Black Friday when I was in college.
Yeah.
I loved it because I love like the hype. I'd like have turkey dinner with my parents, and then I'd be like, okay, and I'd go work. You'd start at like, I mean, it got so early. I think it started at like 11 at night for it to open or something. And the way people were psychotic to get their Abercrombie because those sales, they'd like destroy the whole place. But it was so fun. Like, I really enjoyed it. So I mean, I wasn't mad working Black Friday because it's like I have stories to tell, but I was a mall rat back in college of having to deal with everybody's Black Friday shopping.
Interesting, because I worked at Abercrombie, but different experience because we didn't have Black Friday back then.
Oh,
so
really?
there was no Black Fridays.
But do you agree with the sales?
I was going to say, I was trying to think of it. Like, I was like, now that you say it, there was always like some kind of sale. Like, it was your fall. Yeah, it was always like something was on sale that you could always get. I was like, that's true. But showed how good of an employee I was.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I never once bought an item from Abercrombie.
Really?
Not once. Wow. I always wore other clothes because at the time I was in college and it's expensive.
See, they had a strict, I was going to say, they had a strict dress code policy. Did you not have the crazy dress code policy?
No, you just had to dress like it was from Abercrombie. Like boho-y, surfer.
Did you not have all the makeup rules and everything like that?
No, when did you do it though? Because you're only a few years older than me.
I know, it would have been like 2007, 2010.
No, I did this like 2017.
Oh, so you were at, okay. So you were I was in the toxic.
Were at the cool time.
No, I was at the cool
girls
time.
Were cool.
But it was the toxic
Did you have
time.
The shirtless men.
Okay, so I was the shirtless man in essence. So let me explain. I was part of the toxic problem, but I was blissfully unaware. I was young, and I walked in Abercrombie one day and be like, "You're so pretty. You look like you could work at Abercrombie. Do you want to come work?" I'm like, "Oh my God, yes, I'd love to." Anyway, so I was that person in the front of the store. Because in Canada, we didn't have like the guys, we just had the girls at the front of the store. So I was that obnoxious person that stood at the front and was like, "Hey," you couldn't say it's still trauma to say, "Hey, what's up?" You say, "Hey, what's going on?" And you had to say that. And like, no one knows how to respond to that. They say good. And then they feel bad because they say good and that doesn't make sense. And like, you had to. And then the dress code had to be, there's two different top options. It was either like the polo or like their cardigan had to be Abercrombie, had to be certain kind of Abercrombie jeans. You had to wear their leather flip-flops, or you could wear specific others. No noticeable makeup, but you had to look good. So they're like, we can't tell you're wearing makeup. You have to look perfect in essence. So they like wanted that, like, came for the beach, perfect skin, no mask. So no mascara, no eyeliner, nothing like that. Hair had to be a specific way and like no nail polish or anything. So they just wanted you to like perfectly, like you just came from the beach and like not a flaw. And like, I remember like they would come up to you and they'd be like, "Those aren't like leather flip-flops. I don't want to have to write you up, but like you're wearing Havanas." Like it would be like that. And it was like, wow. And like that was my whole job. Like you're like sales. I was like, I don't really remember sales. I just literally stood at the front and was like, "Hey, what's going on?" for 8 hours a day. And that's all I did. And occasionally
you were the shirtless man.
I was, but I was in a skimpy tank top. Damn. And it was just like a 17-year-old girl or 18, however old I was. I was like, looking back, it was when I was so young and just be like, I work at Abercrombie. Looking back, I'm like, that was a very toxic work environment. Totally. Very toxic.
I remember I applied for back in 2012 in in high school, and I didn't get it. I was not a hot enough girl. I was like very bummed out by that. Mm-hmm. And then I got it through Jordan, my friend. Nice. She worked at Gilly Hicks, and the old manager was Alpha Gamma Delta that I was. So she just hired me. Mm-hmm. So I slipped by that.
Nicely done.
And
then they saw how gorgeous you were.
And then, no, yeah. But I was like, this is kind of awkward. But they ended up, I think I've said it on the podcast, Gilly Hicks shut down the day that I joined. Oh. So they said, everybody go to Abercrombie. You 10 go to Abercrombie. You 10 go to Hollister. That's your place of work now.
Yeah.
And I was never trained. And I had no idea how to fold the shirts. I didn't know what to do. I just wore like, no one ever yelled at me about my dress code. No one ever said anything. They did put me on cashier at one point, and I said, I don't know how to do this. And they did get mad at me, but I learned. I didn't know how to do returns. I just got by.
Nice.
But they'd literally be like, who the fuck folded this shirt? And I'd be like, Jordan. Like, I couldn't admit it. Yeah. Like, you don't know how to use the board? You remember the board?
Oh, the board, yes.
I was like, no one ever taught me. But I couldn't say that because it was too far gone. I didn't want to get fired.
That was also the other part of my job, because there was the stand at the front with the T-shirts, and every blue moon he would just come stack a bunch of T-shirts and was like perfectly folded. So I'm really good at folding just a very specific type of T-shirt, and that's all I can fold. And I can
fold.
Actually, what's obnoxious, I know how to do the Abercrombie jean fold, because that was the one thing. It was jeans and the T-shirts at the front, and every once in a while it would look messy, and he would just like plump it in front of me. He's like, well, you stand here doing nothing, fold something. I was like, true. Like, no one's walked in this store in 6 hours. I haven't had to say hi to anyone.
You just had to stand there and look pretty.
I just literally just stand and like just try not to go on my phone. That was literally, it was just 6 hours of like, don't go on your phone. And like, that was when you're dating and all this. So I was like the whole time being like underneath, and they would come and they'd be, Keltie, no phone. I'm like, I'm not. I'm checking the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah.
There was the time that I was seeing Michael. He like came Black Friday shopping with his sister, and he came to Abercrombie, and I'd gone on a date with him, and I was like, oh my God, he's coming, Jordan. And our mutual friend Mark I got Mark a job at Abercrombie. So we were all working. Michael's too nervous to say hi to me. He goes and says hi to Mark. Yeah. I'm like in one of the rooms, just like existing, trying to figure out the origami of folding. Yeah. And like Mark's like, oh yeah, Michael just came by. I'm like, he didn't even come and say hi. He was too nervous. But his sister wanted to see what I looked like.
Oh my God.
I didn't know. But I was like, oh, such good memories.
Oh, so cute. You little hottie thing working at Abercrombie.
I know. I was like, I work at Abercrombie. It was such a flex when we were younger.
It was like, but now it's like the taint. Like, I wouldn't put it on my resume. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm so embarrassed to know. I was like, in my contacts, I didn't know how toxic it was. Did you hear the CAO just got charged?
Yes.
Like, in this, recently.
For sex trafficking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was like,
shocker there.
Yeah. No, it was one of those things that I was like, I feel like we've heard this before. Like, it was
I just feel like it's like, oh, that adds up. Yeah. Like the way they went about even just like marketing for younger kids, that adds up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The fact they bought like just hired people specifically on looks and like sexualized. Like when you look back, sexualized like an 18-year-old girl. It's like, yeah, I'm 18, but I'm still so young and innocent. Be like, you think I'm pretty? Let me work. I'm like, looking back at younger me, I was like, if I had like a younger daughter or sister, I'd be like, you were not working for that company.
No, I agree. But they paid minimum wage, so we were quite happy.
Mm-hmm. I took it, and I got a great.
I took those checks.
And every once in a while, they give me free plaid button up. I'd sell my soul.
Lucky.
Sell my soul.
For the shirts. Oh my God, no.
Yeah, it was nice.
The key was just wear like a basic tee and nobody would say anything. Mm-hmm. But maybe that was at the point where they'd get in trouble. That was when they started getting like, they were getting in trouble for only hiring certain looks and things like that.
Yeah, no, that was before anyone was even aware of like topics like that. Like everyone was blissfully unaware. It was like, wow, Abercrombie. Mm-hmm. That smell to this day haunts my soul.
Oh my God. And it would be, the manager would go by and spritz it everywhere. Mm-hmm. It also would like seep out,
yes,
but they would add on extra spritz. Mm-hmm. It was nuts. Like people that work in management at Abercrombie, like props to you, because I think I'd rip my hair out.
It gives me trauma every time I smell that smell, because Abercrombie slaps now. Like it's got some great stuff.
I know,
it fell off.
Rebranded.
It's rebranded, and you're going just that smell. I'm like, and they don't spray it like now, but like there's still just something about just that memory. It's like, no, I can't. Oh,
it's tainted. You're bumping our camera. You're hitting the mic.
It's a tough day. It's a tough day at the office. My life's so hard.
Okay, well, with that being said, you guys, it is Black Friday, and we are not wizards. We don't know. We can't predict the future. Mm-hmm. It's not wizard. What would it be?
Wizard would predict the future. Mind reader.
Psychic. We are not psychics, but these are our top like 10 to 8 things that we want to hopefully have on Black Friday that we think if it's on sale, it might be worth it to grab because we like it. So with that being said, I hope you like it. Mm-hmm. Do you want to start with your number one?
When I'm number one, I went from like, I've been making a list of things I'm like,
checking
in the like last, gonna find out I'm very naughty and nice. But with it, like over the last like 2 months, every time I want to go buy something, I'm like, you write it down and you're going to get on Black Friday. And I've just been adding this list and waiting. So my number one is I'm hoping Skims has a great sale and I want to get a chic lounge set. Because hear me out. Self-care is not my best thing. I get home late and then I just rush through and I don't really take time to be girly and enjoy it. And so I was like, this is going to be my uniform. Did I put this on? It's just for around the house. It looks cute. It's super comfy and it's just going to be a chic little lounge set that I'm like, you are doing self-care. But also that's like an obnoxious thing to spend money on. I was like, I could just wear the old t-shirts I have and all this, but I'm like, no. So I'm going to try and get it for a good sale, a cute little chic lounging set. Also a great gift idea for a loved girl in your life.
Do you ever think though, like whenever I get gifted a cute chic lounge outfit, I result back to my Taylor Swift office t-shirt that's gilded, baggy, and half ripped and some baggy jeans. Or not jeans, baggy shorts. Do you ever feel that way? Like to me, I feel top dollar in things that are like so baggy and ratty that I kept from like college.
That's the point is I want to find the thing that's comfier than that. Like that's what I'm hoping to find.
Hard to find.
Like I want that's why I'm going Skims because I'm thinking I know the pair of like the straight-legged lounge, like I know the material of like the soft lounge pants and like a nice tank top and then like and like maybe like a pullover. So it's like uber cozy, loose. Like I want it even comfier than the baggy t-shirt, so I don't put on the baggy t-shirt. That's the goal. That's
Good luck finding that.
Yeah.
Good luck.
We'll see. We'll see. Check back.
Michael will literally see me like wearing, maybe I'm like gifted, like Cozy Earth gifted me this like beautiful like lounge set and I'll wear it and Michael's like, wow, I'd be so dressed up. It's a lounge set. I'm like, literally it's a pajama pant. He's like, you're matching. And I'm like, I know. I am so classy tonight. But it just cracks me up.
Love it.
To add on with Skims, their bralettes are all I ever wear.
The best.
I buy like 2 every year and like I've never thrown them away because they don't disintegrate. They stay so solid. I think the plunge bra, I don't like it. I liked it at first. I don't like it anymore. Okay. Anything else, the cotton bras, love.
All great. Actually, tank top I'm wearing right now. All my tank tops, sometimes they're Lulu, but people ask me all the time, where are your tank tops from? Skims.
Wow,
so
amazing.
If you're like, Keltie, I love your tank tops. There's your time to buy them.
Okay. Okay, well, mine, number 1, is a Ninja Creamy. I feel like that will definitely be on sale. The 100%. Only thing I will say about that, though, is like, I think you have to figure out what kind of ice cream you like. If you don't like the proteiny, healthy banana ice cream like me, you got to figure it out. So what I do is like Greek yogurt and then I'll put protein powder in it for the flavor and it's amazing. But it's taken me a year to figure that out. So just beware, it will trick you. You will make something that looks like ice cream and you'll be like, this looks delicious. And you'll eat it and it tastes like shit. And you're like, God damn it. Because you want ice cream. Yeah. Your brain is playing tricks on you. So just be aware of that if you're trying to like do healthy ice cream. But I really do love my Ninja Creamy. I actually do use it like a couple times a week. Where some people are like, is it worth it? I'm like, yeah, but if you love ice cream, it's worth it.
I love it. I use mine all the time. Yeah. I love that thing.
It's like once you get your jam, then you're pretty happy.
You just got to figure out like...
But it takes a while.
Yeah. Is it like just... You got to figure out the milk you like to use. You got to figure out if you want a protein powder, if you want it with fruits. You just got to figure out your vibe. Yeah. And like they do have the recipes and all that. There's so much on TikTok. So
who reads the recipes? Let's do that.
Yeah, but I throw it on TikTok. And go on TikTok and you can find these like full accounts. There's Facebook groups of Ninja Creamy recipes. I've seen those and they pop up. I'm like, honestly, there's some good ideas.
They created a cult.
They did. Yeah. They did.
Okay, what's your number 2?
My next is saving up for my skincare. And this is not just Black Friday. This is also like Sephora scale. So for the last like couple weeks, I won't lie, I'm running low on my just classic staples. And you can get by a couple weeks. Like, yes, I have my like nice shampoo, but you can just barely use it. And you know what I mean? And I've just been saving up. So I'm getting my Orbe yellow. Like the yellow line is my favorite. I love Olaplex 3, Drunk Elephant cleansing balm, and Necessaire's body like lotion and like serums. And those are like my tried and true, use all the time. So I've just been like waiting to get those on sale and just like batch get a bunch of stuff and get it cheap and like just be like buy in bulk. I love Costco that. Style.
Yes, Costco it up. Okay, my number 2 is the Breville coffee machine. Have you ever tried it?
I haven't, but I want one. That's like so nice.
But do like Amazon Prime Day does it on sale, and I'm assuming Black Friday will. It is, if you get like the one with all the bells and whistles, it's so expensive. It's like $1,000, I think, maybe like $1,500. But like Michael and I did the math, and I would like literally, this is Michael and I's deal, and like guys, like take notes from me. If you are like, I don't want to do your laundry. Like for me, I'm like, I grew up with divorced parents, so I do my own laundry. Like, no, like, Michael, you're a grown man. Do your own laundry. Well, he's like, I never have time. And by the time he gets to the laundry, everything's out. And then I have to hear him complain saying he doesn't have the underwear. So I was like, you know what? I'll do your laundry if you buy me Starbucks whenever I want in a given moment, right? So make sure you have a reward for this, okay? Like you may be a wife, but like get these reward. And so he was buying me Starbucks like 3 times a week. And the rule was he couldn't say no. He had to like do it whenever, right? Because sometimes I don't want to do the laundry. And so instead I said, let's get this Breville coffee. And it's expensive, but he got it for our anniversary as like a present. And it's already paid for itself because we don't go to Starbucks anymore.
Love.
So it is expensive, but it is like top notch. Like the coffee is delicious. You can learn to make flat whites. Like you can just play around with it. You can make iced coffees, anything you want. And then I'm super crazy and I buy these crazy like beans off of Amazon because a lot of coffee beans have mold in them. So I like get this like doctor approved bean. I can't remember the name right now. I think it's called Life Proof. But like do your research on beans. Don't just like buy Starbucks ones.
Okay. My next up is my bedding is all Brooklinen. I love it. I've had it for years. It's great. There's also Cozy Earth, which I know people swear by. So this is another idea you could do. But Brooklinen, I know they'll probably have a sale. They seem to every year. But like I said, I'm going to give a recommendation for Brooklinen if you need. But for me, I don't need it, but I need a comforter. I came to the realization a couple weeks ago. It's like I have this like UGG comforter, like duvet thing that I've been using for like years. And then I went to go clean it the other day and I was looking and I was like, oh, there's a zipper there. I realized it's actually a duvet cover. So I haven't had a comforter like in my duvet for 5 years.
You never felt there wasn't a comforter in it?
Like, because it's so thick and fluffy that like it's still warm, but like suddenly I realized I looked and it's like meant to have a comforter inserted in it. And like all I do is like either I sleep with that under a sheet or I insert it as my comforter in the Brooklinen thing. And it's a little avant-garde, but like it works the same and it's cozy, but it always gets bunched up kind of funny.
Yeah.
And then I looked, I was like, I don't have a comforter.
That's
like
hilarious.
So I was like, you know what? I'm buying a Brooklinen comforter. So because then like my stats and I like Brooklinen. So yeah.
Also hack if you have like a dirty comforter and it's too big. Maybe people know this, but I didn't know this. Dry clean it. It's like $15, maybe 20 to dry clean your whole comforter. So like when we moved to so many different places.
Yeah.
And I cannot get rid of something like that. I will keep that because I'm like, I will need it one day. Like this Thanksgiving, I'm hosting 10 people. So I'm
always comes in handy.
I need these comforters. So what I did is I brought them to a dry cleaner and I just said, I need this whole thing clean and I can't fit it in my wash. And so I picked them all up and I think they're like $15 each. Better than buying your like a brand new comforter. And like, you know, they get old, they get smelly. Like we've been moving, there's humidity, and it was like they were brand new.
Oh my God, because either they don't fit in my washing machine or I hand wash them in my bathtub, which takes forever. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm stealing the idea.
Someone told me that, and I was like, brilliant. They're like, yeah, they don't just like clean your clothes, and I was like, oh my God, you're so smart.
Genius.
And they can get like stains out. Like, we would like eat on one of our comforters, and I was like, oh, this is like really nice one for the guest bed. But then I was like, well, I have the stain from me eating like pizza. They get it out.
Nice.
It's brand new.
Great tip. Great tip.
Okay, so I guess with that being said, mine was I'm a Cozy Earth girl. So they have these sheets that like, what would you pay for sheets? I want to know.
Honestly, the Brooklinen costs are kind of like mine. I do want the Cozy Earth, but right now I'm like, the Brooklinen's good enough.
How much is Brooklinen?
Like Brooklinen's like a full set is like $200.
Okay.
So like, I went to actually, it's funny because you talked about it as everyone's talked. I wanted to go buy a Cozy Earth and I'm like, I think I'm still a Brooklinen girly.
Yeah. I do like Brooklinen, but
it's not
Cozy Earth. And guys, I have not bought Cozy Earth. They gifted it for like I did like an ad with them. I was so obsessed with this. And so Michael's like, I'm going to go buy it. And then we realized, oh shit, it's like $350, $400 for King. So we will be getting that for Black Friday because it is such a splurge that is worth it because like we've had it for 4 years and it's still our favorite bed set.
So crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little because people are like, oh, I've seen that difference. Canadian, about $300 for Brooklinen, like full set, pillowcase, sheets, all that. That same thing for Cozy Earth was about $1,100. So for my Canadian, like the full set of everything without the comforter, but just everything else, it was like $300 to $1,100. So I was like, that's a forever home kind of purchase. But
at least it's like, it gets its wash in. I wash it every week. Like, I'm religious of like changing my sheets. And it's like, if the other sheets are put on, I'm like miserable.
I will say, if you have the money and you are in your forever home, like you, I would be getting Cozy Earth. But the fact I'm like, this isn't my favorite home.
Yeah.
I'm not like planted roots here. I'm like, I'm not going to buy a cheap Walmart. I'm like, I'm older, got some disposable. Yeah. Like you said, I'm in my Brooklinen. You're in your Cozy Earth phase.
Also, it might be a really good wedding gift. I mean,
great
I don't know
wedding
if
gift.
like that much money on a wedding gift, but like maybe if it's your sister, your sibling that you're like, I really want to get them something nice that they'll appreciate. That is such a good gift.
Yeah. Even though you don't get them the full set, like just the pillowcases, just the sheet, just the duvet, just like one piece of it. And like, it's something like, and they tell your mom, get them the other piece of it. You know what I mean? Like go it together with 5 girlfriends and get them the full set. Oh my God.
And they might be like sheets. And then they'll put it on and they'll be like, this is like sleeping in a bed of sheep. It's amazing.
Yeah. Great gift idea.
Yeah. Okay. Your next one. 4.
This is a Christmas gift idea for any cook in your life. This is one idea for Megs, but a really good knife, kitchen knife. So if you're someone who likes to cook, and you know what I mean? Like we all have just the classic wooden block, but if you've ever used one of those like chef knives and how nice it is to cook with one of those. So I don't have the brand names, all that down, but I'm going to go on Amazon. There's like, if you just go Google top 5 chef knives, the same 5 names come up always. There's only like 5 of them. And there's like a German company, there's a Japanese company, and then there's like 2 others.
What about Gordon Ramsay's?
I don't think
it's Hexaclad.
Oh yeah, that's one of them. Yep, that's one of them. So I can't remember. Anyways, that's one of them. Yeah. So like those brands, just like look at them and just like get one of those knives. And they'll have like different features in that, but.
Yeah. We had we got gifted knives from like we had a roommate back when I think we were like 23. He was like part of this MLM that like sold knives.
Oh, I remember
and
those.
He gifted it and we still love them to this day. I have like we bought a knife sharpener and like they're amazing. Like a good knife set, and we still have our knives from like Michael's mom giving them to us. Like I feel like knives you can't go wrong. Yeah. They get dull. So that's like such a good staple thing to give somebody that will last like 10 years.
Love.
Yeah. Okay, mine is, bear with me, Amazon. I'm an Amazon girly. It's the only really thing I can shop through at the moment. So the dupes of like aloe yoga dresses and things like that are all through, I think, Crazy Yoga, like that type of brand. But they usually have them like $10 off during Prime Day. I'm going to assume for Black Friday. So when there was Prime Day, I like stocked up. I got all my favorite tennis dresses. There's a few sports bras that I like, but Crazy Yoga is one of my favorite brands there. They have onesies, like full body onesies that I wear on my walks, and they're so comfortable. You can do subscriptions for coffees. So that like Life Proof coffee that I have is actually like pretty expensive. It's like, I think $20 a bag, where if you go to Starbucks, it's 10. But with the mold, it was just freaking me out because we're always exposed to so much mold in Puerto Rico. So I just get my subscriptions there, and then I'll save like $30 off of them, and I get them each month. Gel nail kits are always on sale as well, and I do my own gel nails or press-ons. Kiss is my favorite brand. It's weirdly the cheapest brand, but is the best brand. I've tried every brand there is, even the $20 nails. Kiss $5 nails is the best way to go. Workout equipment on Amazon.
Smart.
So like I get it said thumbs up. Yeah. I get the ankle weights. Like I've done that before. I just think you can't go wrong if you're like, oh, what should I really like splurge on for workouts? Get like that equipment, but only do it during Black Friday. And then this is so weird, but I sometimes buy furniture, like dressers, and they're my favorite dressers ever. And I put them together. So I feel accomplished. I'm Bob the Builder.
Love.
And I buy them off of Amazon, and they're always on sale during this time.
I love that. I love it. My next up is, it's going to sound so basic, but a cream colored cashmere sweater. We've talked about in like a previous episode about my idea of capsule wardrobes and more like personal style, but I've really over the last couple of years, like been every time like save outfits I constantly want to do, and just find the pieces that I'm constantly be like, I wish I could wear that outfit, but I don't have blank piece. And one, I know it's so basic, is like a cream cashmere, really good. You could throw on with a pair of jeans over a skirt. And I was like, constantly need it. So, but I want a really good quality one. So I'm eyeing Reformation. I do love Reformation stuff, but like something like that, that's just like, regardless of the brand, it's just like cashmere. So it's like good, going to be timeless, cozy, because like wool sweaters kind of are too itchy for me, but cashmere I'm fine with, just because I have such a sensitive skin gal. But just think of that, like start pinning, and it's like, what are those pieces that like turn up in every single thing you Pinterest? This is a time to get one of those like staple items.
Yeah, I love. Okay, for my Costco girlies, Black Friday TVs. If you want a TV, hit up Costco. Do not go anywhere else. Or Apple Watches. I didn't know if Apple does Black Friday. I like weirdly feel like they're too good to do Black Friday.
But Best Buy and Costco that sells Apple Watches, so you can get the year before's model super cheap usually, Black Friday, but like Apple doesn't put anything on sale.
Amazon also does Apple Watches.
True.
So that's where if you want an Apple Watch, like get it then. Don't waste your money.
Yeah. My next up is I've been eyeing, like I have the Aloe sweater and like I want a pair of their straight-legged sweatpants, specifically in the oatmeal color. Now that's so specific, but here's my little tip. Every year Aloe does a crazy Black Friday sale and they bring back so many of their old pieces. Like you're like, oh, they don't sell this color anymore. And the whole site's 30% off. So like I almost refuse to buy Aloe anytime but around Black Friday because they have everything you want. It's actually on sale and all that. So if there's that Aloe piece you've just been like, do you know what I mean? Like you're like, oh, I really want the airlift leggings or a piece like that. This is the time to get it. So for me, it's the oatmeal straight-legged sweatpants.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Next up, Dyson hair wrap. I want to try it, so I think I'm gonna get it. But I've been wanting to cut my hair, and the girlies that cut their hair love this Dyson hair wrap because it gives them blowouts. Yeah. So I was like, what a better time. But then I'm also torn because you could get like a knockoff at TJ Maxx as well. So some people love it. My friend Ashley got it and she said if you have really clean virgin hair, it doesn't take well and you need like dyed kind of damaged hair because it holds curls really well, and that's me. So
let us know. It's one of those that's forever, every year it's on my Black Friday. And it's because even though it's like 800 Canadian and it goes on sale for 500, which is a great deal, but it's still 500 for a thing. Totally. So I'm like, oh, you know what, Megs, buy that for my Black Friday to give it to me for Christmas. Christmas present idea.
Yeah.
But my next up, a little basic. This is mainly for Canadians, but Sage. I love Sage, like diffusers, their products, and like I have just very sensitive skin, and I love their hand soap. They have this like safe hand soap, so it's for sensitive skin, and it's just so nice. It smells so good, and like I kind of just stock on it because it's like a little bougie for hand soap, definitely. But like I just love it. So it's a nice little treat myself moment, and this is a good time to get it.
Love it. Okay, next one is everybody always asks where I get my seamless underwear. I refuse to wear underwear anywhere else than Victoria's Secret or Pink. And they have these like seamless, I think they're literally just called seamless undies. And they always do like sales during Black Friday. I think it's like 8 for 28 or whatever. Yeah. And like it is expensive for underwear. I totally understand. But like they will last you forever. I always just like every year stock up and buy new ones because, you know, maybe you don't really lose your underwear, but like, you know, they get worn and torn and I have a dog that steals my underwear. So I think like that's something I always try and get every year is that underwear, and I wear them in like leggings. Easy.
Love. Well, if you're like me and you live in the cold, you always need a couple jackets. There's like a couple jackets that I feel you like never regret getting. And for me, it's like a camel tan wool jacket or a trench coat. Now, every year I want a trench coat. And then I contemplate, oh, it's so much money. They're like anywhere from 200 to, 2,000 if you get like a Burberry there anyway. So like I sit on it and I don't buy it. And all the way up till like spring, I could have used this jacket. And I'm like, I would just wish. And then summer comes, I'm like, it's too late. And then come right around now, I'm like, oh, I could really use a trench coat. But I'm like, this is early enough in the year. It's time to get it. You're going to have the whole season to wear it. And you can get it 30% off up to like, you know what I mean? So just like a classic jacket that you need, whatever that jacket that's living rent free. For me, it's a trench coat that every year you're like put on 1,000 other jackets because you don't have blank. This is the time to get it.
Yeah. Okay, love it. Last but not least, it's gonna be Keltie has her walking pad that she clops on her office, and I really want a walking pad, so I think I'm gonna look. But I also need a standing desk, but I know Costco has that, so I might check out Costco for this. But the walking pad, probably Amazon.
True. I got a Walmart one and I don't recommend it. It's actually like kind of crap. It's a little stingy, but like I don't use it too much. It's kind of throughout the day. Like I don't go long miles on it. Like if someone's like, I'm using this hours, I'm like, honestly, I think it'll break down. But I got one in Sweden that's from Amazon and it is great. Like I think things durable. So I'd go on Amazon.
How much do they go for?
You can find them anywhere from like 50 to 500. So it really depends. Like honestly, here's my tip. If you want to get one, go on Amazon and the best reviewed, most reviewed one. Do you want the one with like 8,000 reviews and it's like over 4 stars? Then you'll be in good hands. Okay. And I feel that's the trick. And yeah, that'd be my recommendation there. Okay. And then IKEA for a standing desk. Yeah. That's what we have, all IKEA. They're cheap, they're durable, they're the plain white ones. And then this one we're actually on right now is from Amazon. It's like electronic. It's a little
you like IKEA
dinky.
more?
The IKEA's better.
Okay. Okay, all right, guys. Well, that is our episode. I hope you enjoy Black Friday and best of luck. May the odds be in your favor. If you still go with your family at midnight, I hope you have so much fun. Drink a, pumpkin spice latte for me or a peppermint hot cocoa. And check out our Instagram, our YouTube channel, and don't forget to leave us a review.
Bye-bye.